Welcome to Spaceflight Daily for Thursday, the 25th of June, 2026. A study published today analyzing data from NASA's TESS mission reveals possibly the two least dense exoplanets ever found, and they're both in the same system. Provisionally named TOI 791b and c, the two planets are of similar size to Jupiter, but have just 3% and 6% of its mass respectively, comparable to the density of cotton candy. TESS detects exoplanets by examining periodic dips in starlight as planets transit in front of their host stars, a method which produces a disproportionate number of detections for large planets with relatively short year lengths compared to our own system's gas giants. It's normally very difficult to calculate the mass of an exoplanet found this way, but since there are two of them, their masses can be derived from the way they influence each other's motion. How these planets formed with such low density is an open question. The demo vehicle for Starfall, the new re-entry vehicle being developed by SpaceX for returning cargo from orbit, returned from space about 8 hours after its launch on Tuesday and landed under its parachutes off the coast of California. Now it's been spotted aboard a recovery ship heading into the port of Long Beach, ready for post-flight inspections. Ship 40, which will fly on Starship Flight 13, has begun its testing campaign with a single-engine static fire test. Once it and the Super Heavy first stage have both completed testing, SpaceX hopes to launch in July. SpaceX also announced today that in order to maintain launch cadence of Starship from Starbase Texas, they are planning on building their own 8-mile-long methane gas pipeline so that they don't have to truck over quite so much fuel. Each Starship requires around 3 million liters of methane per launch. Predictably, this new project will be called Starpipe. Botswana have become the 67th country to sign the Artemis Accords, a United States-led set of agreements comprising a practical interpretation of the Outer Space Treaty of 1967. Botswana isn't a major spacefaring nation, but they do operate one satellite, BOTSAT-1. While purportedly existing to promote peaceful cooperation in space, the attitude of the Artemis Accords when it comes to things like mining in space is effectively first come, first served. This arrangement benefits the US since they are the country currently closest to establishing a presence on the moon. China, who are catching up but are still unlikely to return to the moon before the US, would prefer a system that lets them make land claims ahead of arrival, which is why they haven't signed the Accords, and nor have Russia. That's all for today. Subscribe for daily spaceflight updates. See you tomorrow.